Okay, so welcome back to the second part of the bullets lesson. And as we saw previously, I can move side to side and shoot my bullets as many as I want. But again, as I mentioned, the more bullets you create, eventually your game's going to slow down because these bullets exist forever. And even though we can't see them on our screen, all the bullets I've created are way up in the negative Y territory. So we need to get rid of some bullets in order to ensure that our game doesn't slow down. So in our run game on Alien Invasion, let's slide on up here to our run game. We're going to right in here, we'll code in a comment to get rid of bullets that disappear. And so we'll do for bullet in self.bullet.copy if bullet.rectangle bottom is less than or equal to 0, meaning the bottom of the bullet has reached the top of the screen, which has a Y value of 0. So if that's the situation for this bullet, then we're going to call self.bullet.remove bullet. And then we're going to print the len of our self.bullet so that we can see it, because currently we can say we're going to remove it, but if we can't see the bullets, how are we going to know whether or not it actually got removed? So to ensure that this is working properly, we're just going to throw in this print statement here. So it's going to tell us the length of our bullets group. Okay, but before we do that, let's get a little bit of clarity here about why I've chosen this type of formatting for here. Remember that a for loop anticipates that the group that it's looping through will remain the same length throughout. But because we're using the dot remove method, we're pulling bullets out of that group. So the length of the for loop would change in the middle of running it, and Python wouldn't really like that. So we create a copy of the bullets group so that we can use the copy to run through the for loop. And once the for loop is over, the copy's gone and we don't need to worry about it. But the bullets are going to be removed from the actual group self.bullets. So we still get to remove it, we still get to run the for loop, and everything works well. So let's go ahead and save this, and we'll go ahead and run. We'll pull this up here a little bit. And here's our terminal. So you see we've set up a bunch, and now you see as they hit the top of the screen, they're gone, and now we're back to 0. There we go. And you saw that it was continuously running checking and checking and checking. So now we know that this is all working well. So what we want to do now is limit the number of bullets they can have on the screen. We don't want to just fill the whole screen full of bullets and just hope that it hits something. We want them to be able to shoot accurately. So first thing I'm going to do is go into our settings, and under bullet settings, we're going to add a new setting here, and that's going to be self.bullets allowed. Now, we're going to set it to 3, but obviously this is a setting that you can change at different times, and if you choose to give yourself a few more bullets to shoot, well, that's all fine too. But for now, I'm going to set it to 3. We'll save this, and then we're going to come back over to our alien invasion, and under our fire bullets. So here's our fire bullets method. And currently, if I press the space bar, it's just going to create a new bullet. But we're going to set this up now to be conditioned. So if the length of self.bullets is less than self.settings bullets allowed. All right, and that way if you end up changing the number of bullets allowed, then it will update this as well, and there's no need to change it in multiple places. It's all coded to work properly. But since this is now conditioned, this code belongs to that condition, so it should be indented so that we only call these 2 lines of code if the length is less than the bullets that we've allowed. So one more thing here. Well, let's go ahead and control save, and let's check out what happens when we run this now. So we'll come over, move, and so I'm trying to fire more bullets and it won't let me. But as they move off the screen, I now have more ability to shoot. So that one's gone, I can shoot another, and now I can shoot another. So as soon as they're off the screen, I can shoot more. And that's what we want to be happening. We know that it's limiting. So let's just do a little bit of refactoring real quick, and we're going to create an update bullets. So in our main method here, we have our fire bullets. Let's just create okay, we'll come up there and grab that in a minute. But right here, after we define our fire bullets, we'll come in here and we'll define a new helper method, and we're going to call this update bullets. And we'll give this the self, and this is simply going to update the position of bullets and get rid of old bullets. So we're going to do all that. We're going to keep this nice and organized. We're going to do all that within this method. And so before we were updating the position. Let's see. We're going to take all this right here out of there. We'll come back to that in a second. So all the stuff that was there before, we're going to bring down here, and we're going to paste it right in here. But this should all be tabbed back over. So now everything's in a good position. And we'll put a little comment up here to say that this is going to, this part updates bullet position. And this one gets rid of bullets that have disappeared. So we took all that code out of our run game. Right, we took all that out. So now we have to make sure we come back up here and we call the self.update bullets method. And now our run game remains nice and succinct, and we see exactly what our run game does. It checks events, it checks for the ship updates, it checks for the bullets updates, and then it draws our screen. And that's exactly what we needed to do. We can go ahead and save this, run it one more time just to make sure everything is working well and we haven't encountered any mistakes. And yeah, so we still can't fire anything until it's off the screen, and then I can fire more. And my range is still limited. And so everything looks great, and I can press Q to quit. And that's it for the last part of the bullets. So we are ready to get into some aliens in our next video. So look for that soon. Talk to you later.